Hello everybody, welcome again to our channel. This is episode 4 of CHIOMA and Paul's therapy section with Denise. Now I want you to pay attention to this particular episode because it's a very heated episode. Something actually happened in this episode I don't want you to miss out. And these are things that are really common in relationships, common in marriages. So I want to pay attention to this, and also let's see how we'll be able to get some good wisdom nuggets on this situation that they come up with. Okay, all right, let's listen to this.
I ask you both to just give me some idea how your life routine was before you got together. So,
well, speaking for myself, of course, I went to work, I got back, I worked on my business. Sometimes I would go and see Paul, obviously do the whole cooking here and there, and he would cook for me. And, you know, if I was in a dirty environment, I would try and clean up, but that's pretty much it. I didn't feel as though there was an obligation to do these things. I didn't feel like it was my duty to cook, for example, you know.
and how was your daily routine?
Literally up in the morning, out with a few clients, come back, work on a few more clients online, food preps, so I'll probably prep for like the next 4 to 5 days, something like that. Tidy environment.
Right. So how has this changed since you've moved in together?
I'm his chef and his cleaner.
That's how you feel?
Yes, it is how I feel. I've got a busy schedule as well, but Paul likes it when he gets home from work and food is ready. Since I've moved in with Paul, he now wants me to cook every time I have time. In the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon, every second weekends when I come back from work. Honestly speaking, he was eating prior to me moving in, so I don't understand what's going on. It wasn't takeout, you were cooking, so why don't you cook? And the thing is with him, he likes fresh meals. I'm not gonna cook for you every day, I'm not your chef. Again, I'm a Nigerian woman, I don't mind submitting to my husband or my boyfriend, and I understand the importance of feeding him, but Paul eats meal preps. He eats rubbish, bland food, unseasoned food, and I don't mind doing that, maybe on a Sunday evening, but he would like me to prepare these horrible dishes every single day.
At any time, do you ever eat the same meal together?
You know, guys, you know she's a bit mounty. I'm talking about CHIOMA. CHIOMA is a bit mounty. She has some literally bad words in her lips, so never mind.
Let me tell you one of my biggest problems. He's kind of denounced our cultural foods.
Oh.
Yes. So he has issues with the fact it's oily. Even though he eats ice cream and he has takeout, he finds it too heavy. You don't have to eat it during the week, but on Sundays, for example, we can have a dinner. We could have some African dishes and that's one of the reasons he actually fell in love with me, my cooking. And all of a sudden now it's too fresh or it's too heavy and it's too fatty. There's too many calories in these dishes for him.
Have you always watched the calories and your weight, presumably, if you're watching the calories, or is this a new scenario?
It's a very good question. I feel like CHIOMA is very selfish. What's funny?
How am I selfish? Because I want to cook for you.
Okay, but what's funny though?
The fact you just said I'm selfish, what does that
When you
mean?
were talking, I wasn't laughing.
No, well, first of all, I'm not selfish. I would like to cook for him, but he makes it very difficult to cater to him when I'm busy as well.
Based on the question she asked, in terms of my food history, you basically have knowledge of it. You know, I don't know you to tell you anything about myself, but here we are. I'll give you a tiny bit of background. So I actually went through depression at a stage, and food was my outlet. So at that time, you know, if I was going through stress or anything, I used to eat, and that was just me making myself feel happy for the short term, but damaging my own body in the long term. It actually took me quite a while to, you know, lose the weight, get into shape. And, you know, since I've kind of got back onto track, I've been very basically religious and strict with my workouts, you know, my diet and stuff like that. You know, I literally have a board in a room which shows, you know, what I plan to eat. This is something that I take very seriously.
I feel bad. I feel like I've let him down in some way. I don't understand why he didn't feel comfortable enough to speak to me about it. And it really does upset me that, you know, I'm hearing about it for the first time in our therapy session.
I didn't tell Chioma about my depression because I feel like, first of all, it's something that's very sensitive and personal. And at the same time, she can be quite insensitive as well. So, you know, if I'm just going to just kind of give off something just like that, it's easy for her to kind of use that to manipulate and potentially push my buttons, basically, and I wasn't going to have that.
And just excuse, were you doing this when you were together?
Can I just point something out? This is my problem with him. So he's just expressed something to you that he's never expressed to me. I had no idea that he was depressed and used food as an outlet. You've never, for once, told me that, and we've been together 3 years. So of course, me wanting to make you traditional food is gonna come across selfish if I don't know this knowledge. To me, he wants me to do meal preps. You wanna live a healthy lifestyle, which is absolutely fine. But the fact that you used to cook before and now you don't want to cook is what I'm complaining about. I had no idea that you were depressed, babe. Like, you could have easily said that to me. We could have had a conversation about this and I would never bring it up.
Okay. So let's look at it like this, right? Okay. I used to cook for you, right?
Yes, you did.
What did I used to cook?
He would make like rice, some stew, chicken.
Do you see me eating that now? Let me ask you a question. If you know that the way I've kind of changed my food and lifestyle has made me into the man that I am, and if you're happy with what you have, why would you... Does this... Okay, look, okay, babe. All right, look at me. Not in a cocky way, but just look at me.
What does that mean?
Do you like what you see?
When I met him, he was fat.
Oh, really?
So, yes. So we started...
Wait. Look at me. Hey, babe, look at me. Do you like what you see? Oh, man.
Yeah. And my African dishes, these fatty dishes, also built you to the man you are today, correct?
African
you
dishes.
loved it.
The majority
correct?
of African dishes are filled with carbs. Muscles are built based on protein, so technically speaking,
Well,
that's
you
wrong.
can eat beans. You can eat beans and yam porridge. You can eat all these things. Can you not?
I feel like with Chioma's diet, she doesn't take it seriously. You know, considering what I do, the people I work with, and the results that I get, the results I've got for myself, I think that should kind of motivate her to want to take her diet more seriously, but she doesn't, and that's basically a red flag to me. Like, how are we gonna work?
I'm not even trying to make it every single day. That's the thing. I'm not trying to make him eat that every single day. For me, I just want it to be incorporated in our lifestyle. If we have children, my kids are going to eat these things. I hope you know. And I hope they're even addicted to pounded yam. If you don't like it, that's your business. You can live on your meal prep, your bland chicken, and is it cauliflower and broccoli. If you like that, you can eat that.
Denise, can I? You're familiar with palm oil, right?
With
Palm oil?
palm oil, yes.
Yeah. Do you eat it at all?
I don't know.
Why?
I've never used it in cooking, so
Okay. It's quite bad for you, actually. It's quite bad for your insides. So, but at the same time, if you know, to be fair, if you did use...
Wait a minute. Palm oil is bad? Is unhealthy? This is the first time hearing that. I'll do my research. Okay, Paul.
In cooking, in terms of, well, proportionately, you know, if you weigh it, stuff like that, some people don't do that. But if you did, then maybe you'll be able to calculate what you're eating. So in theory, what I'm trying to say is, I don't have an issue with African dishes, but if the calories are not calculated, you're just filling your gut and you don't even know what's going on with your body.
You do have an issue with African dishes because if you're talking about calories, like I said before, he eats ice cream, he eats donuts,
It's calculated.
he eats donuts,
It's
and he also
calculated.
eats takeout, so pizza and etc.
It's calculated.
I don't need to calculate. Did your mum calculate when she was making you African dishes? These foods are not calculated. I calculate with my eyes. So I know how much palm oil I put in there. I know how much oil and ingredients and Maggi I need to put in these dishes. My ancestors never calculated. My mum didn't calculate, nor did my grandma. Nobody that taught me how to make my traditional food it's not calculated.
But is there some way that maybe you could prepare the food in a more healthy way that would be more suited
I'm not
to
going
the
to
way
remix
Paul
the food.
wants to eat.
I'm not going to remix jollof rice or remix pounded yam and F4 rural. I'm not going to remix that. That's how it's supposed to taste. If you remix it, it becomes something else.
But there must, surely there's a way that you could work together to find food that works for both of you.
I think he's just become bougie. I think for him, he feels like eating these kinds of food makes him look bad, or you feel some type of way, maybe eating with your hands. Is that what it is?
I disagree.
So I've actually realised that Paul's got an issue with African dishes. We're Nigerian. We grew up on these foods, so I'm a bit confused. I can't eat African food every single day, but I wish to incorporate it into our lives and our dishes. You know, I am African. I'm proud to be African. I'm proud to be Nigerian, and I'm proud of the dishes I cook.
When we first started dating, right, you know, we used to, I remember I took her to this restaurant in Peckham. It's called Lolak, or Lolake. There's that. When we go there, we're getting down. It's kind of like a real bush, don't say bush, but kind of, you know, you get down, you use your hands and all that stuff. But when you kind of think about it, you know, if I'm wearing a 2K suit, do I want to be in Peckham Market? No. I'd probably want to be Piccadilly Circus.
So in other words, you're saying that I'm bush.
I'm not saying you're bush,
Because
but
we go out to high-end restaurants. I would still love to eat pounded yam and efforiro. It's always going to be a part of me.
No, that's
what I am telling you, Paul, babe, is that we eat it, we incorporate it into our lifestyle. We don't have to denounce it. For what? For steak? What are you talking about? These things are two different things.
What I'm saying
You don't need
here,
to wear a 2K suit. You can wear jeans. He's pissing me off. You can wear tracksuits.
Yeah, but what
Do you dress like this 24/7?
I'm not wearing clothes 24/7.
So growing up, my mum and my grandma actually taught me how to cook all these dishes that I make now. I'm not going to disrespect them by quantifying and measuring every single ingredient that I put into it. For me, this is how it's supposed to taste and this is how it's supposed to be made. This whole westernized way of cooking, that's how they make their dishes.
Chioma, what is coming over here is that you both have a different plan. And at some point, if you were to both get onto each other's page,
Preach.
it would be an easier solution.
Period.
There's no period and there's no preach. So stop doing that, because that's patronizing. Okay? He's exaggerating. He's telling you, like, I want him to eat palm oil every single day. I don't do that.
Fucking fry it every day.
No, I don't fry palm oil every day.
No. I'm getting a tiny bit pissed off. Let's think about this now. All right, let me give you a case scenario, right? So, let's say I'm up in, give or take, Mayfair, training a client, huge mansion, right? Now, I'm preaching, you know, eat healthy, be fit. Come on, let's go. 5 more reps, right? I get home, we've got the fucking Afrobeats whiz kid pumping in the house, yeah? Chubba's there dancing around, frying oil in the fucking pot. What the hell? There's a fucking spray that you can spray to calculate the thing. I've told her this a million times. You come in the house to fucking play a whiz kid like we're in a fucking village. What type of crap is that?
I like Afrobeats.
I love Afrobeats.
Also listen to other genres. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't eat palm oil every day. I don't know what house you're going to, but I don't eat palm oil every day. I would like to eat these heavy foods maybe on a Sunday. I also eat steak and salmon and sea bass and everything else that he eats, just seasoned, all right? What I'm trying to say is the fact Paul does not like African dishes. We are both Nigerian. Do you understand? Like, we come from a place. So he's denounced his culture all for his Mayfair clients. This is my issue. Not that I want him to do it every single day.
With the greatest respect, the Mayfair clients aren't in your house.
So why does he come home with that same attitude then?
Chioma has this whole kind of Afrocentric type of, oh, go back to Africa, I'm African and I'm proud. Yeah, we're all proud to be African, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, we're in London right now. Like, let's get with the program. Do you understand? Africa, yeah, we could do that another time. But right now we're here. Let's get to grips of what's going on.
Can you find it in anywhere within yourself to somehow compromise the way you want to eat so that you're both working together?
Well, I can easily gain weight and be fucking nutty professor, if that's what you mean.
Or you can easily cook for yourself. Because again, like I said, I don't mind if he eats that, but just make it yourself. Or we do it on a Sunday.
Yeah,
all this fresh
that's a
food
brilliant
every single
idea.
day. I've got things to do.
Yeah, brilliant idea. We did speak previously about whether or not you had anything in common, you know, that you do together. This would be possibly a perfect scenario.
If I had the time.
On a Sunday?
Go on.
Look, okay.
Or you just choose not to.
No. To be fair, you know, Sunday, day of rest and stuff. Okay, cool. But if I have a client and they have, you know, a fashion show coming up, one of the models I train, basically, I need to make sure that I'm on her case to make sure that she's getting the job done. You know, if I have another client, for instance, in terms of like a website design.
Who are you lying to? Who are you lying to? Because remember, Denise doesn't live with us. I live with you to know you have time. Okay? I'm not saying you're not busy. You are, babe, I get that. But you have time. You can make time during the day. He knows he can. So what are you lying about? You have time to cook, Paul.
Okay. I could find...
All this body, he's wasting it because we don't even have sex, so stop all your rubbish.
Oh, that's
Okay,
a low blow.
on that note...
That's a low blow. Woo, it's going to be a long night. Let's go.
No, please don't make fun of it, because this, you know, is a very important scenario. You talk about your business in a very serious way.
Yeah, it
And
is.
your relationship is also a very serious business.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And CHIOMA has just mentioned the sexual side of your life. Now, has it always been this way, or when you first got together, was it very different?
When we first got together, we used to fuck.
We had things to do. We were still busy. You and I, we had jobs. We had businesses.
We were busy, but we made time to have sex.
Now, I don't understand what it is. I don't know if it's cheating. I don't know if it's it doesn't. Okay, well, ask him. When was the last time you had sex?
Typically, yes, we are animals, but we're not in the body for
That's
it.
harsh.
Do you understand?
That's
I'm not
tough.
just gonna come home.
Start jumping up and down like a rabbit. Like, who's got time for that? I'm busy, I'm making money. Like, I'm not just there laying around with my legs open, ready to do a madness. It's not like that.
When last did you fuck me?
Do you really want to go there?
Please, no, answer the question. Do you remember? Because I don't.
I'll tell you.
How can I be in the same house touching myself?
With a
This
boyfriend
is getting
in the
hot
same house
now.
with me.
This is getting hot now.
I've got this. Okay.
It's getting hot right here. Oh dear.
Babe, I love you.
So why don't you touch me?
When I come home from work and I see my girlfriend, right? When I just see her, I'm happy. That's love to me. That's enough for me. But at the same time, why do you feel like you need me inside of you 24/7 before you can feel loved?
I don't
Feel
feel
like I need you.
No. 247.
Okay, I'm a woman.
and I find you attractive, and I would
I'd
like
like to have sex
Yeah,
with you once in a
yeah,
while.
yeah.
Even if it's once a week, babe.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
Okay, hold on.
I might have a high sex drive, but Paul has a very low sex drive, and we can meet in the middle somehow. Do you know what I mean? I don't mind having sex at least
3 times a week.
Ooh.
We are not even having that a month.
Whoa.
So, of course, I have every right to complain. I feel that it's a disrespect to him and to myself that I'm having to touch myself in my house when I live with my partner.
What you need to do first, right? I understand that you love me, but
I also understand I love me, okay?
So you don't want to have sex?
you need to love you first.
I love me.
You need to love you more.
So,
Well,
to
what
do
was that?
To be able to
What's
release-
that? What's that?
In order for you to not feel like you need me to be inside of
What?
you
What?
before you can feel loved.
Don't
Really?
let me suspect you, because at the end of the day,
I'm suspecting him already.
I could be in the house.
I'm suspecting him already.
Paul will walk past me.
You want me to say, hey, you're wearing booty shorts?
No, you can touch my bum, I don't know, slip it in or something. Do something that men do for their girls when they see them. Honestly.
CHIOMA, do you ever instigate sex with him?
All the time.
Oh,
There's a situation where we
Planned to have sex. Paul was, I don't know what happened. He agreed anyway. It's even, I'm so embarrassed saying this. Like, we organised a day where we were going to have sex.
it is embarrassing.
lingerie,
I bought rose petals, wine. I dimmed the lights, everything.
He came in. Do you know what he did?
He ate and he went to bed.
I have to get him on weekends and we have to put it in our diary because he's very much about diary, let's schedule this, let's put this in our diary, blah, blah, blah. He's trying to make me feel unattractive, even though I know I'm sexy as fuck and I know there's men out there that would want what he doesn't want. So for me, it's like, if you don't want it, then let me go kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, so that day, long story short, had a late night. So one of my clients, one of my top clients, he's only in the country 2 weeks out of the month. He lives in Abu Dhabi, long story. Anyhow, so I actually set him a target. So because he was going on holiday, I assumed that he wasn't going to reach that fitness target. And I had a bet with him that if he exceeds the target, I'll run 10K in front of him. So with clients like that, I can't say to them, oh, I'll give you a discount. That doesn't work. You need to do something. So long story short, he hit his target and I ran the 10K, right? By the time I got home, I was knackered. Now, CHIOMA basically wants me to carry her that night.
Not necessarily.
It's a joke.
Did you say anything about your situation at work, or did you leave CHIOMA not knowing why? Because it might have been read as if you weren't interested.
Of course I'm interested.
No, I don't think he is, because at the end of the day, I knew nothing about the 10K. He agreed to have sex that day, so why are we not having sex?
No, because...
You let me go out and buy lingerie, you allowed me to cook, you still ate the food. Why were you tired to eat?
I'll tell you the problem that I have with CHIOMA, right? I feel like whenever she initiates sex, it's not genuine. And what I mean by that, but let me explain. No, I'll make it, it's gonna make sense now. So she has different approaches, right? Sometimes I could be at the door, she's dragging me in from the Thai. You understand? Other times, you know, she could play it cool. She could say, okay, you know what, she's gonna cook this, meal prep, by the way, she'll cook this. So look, listen to this, right? One day, long story short, by the end of the night, she had the rose petals, she had the candles, she had the massage bed, right? So I'm laying down, I'm getting the massage, and I just think to myself that, you know what the funny thing is? 1,000,000% that massage has to end with a happy ending.
Why are you saying it like I did something wrong?
But that's not a happy ending.
Sex is not happy.
What? Hold on. Really?
Just look at each other. You know, just have a conversation. Even sit in silence. It doesn't necessarily have to be the bang bang. It's not like that. I just like a calm vibe.
I feel you, bro. I feel you.
Let's be mature.
You are
Why am I having to do this thing in order to have sex with my man? Why do I have to lure him in order to put him in a position where, okay, you might want to have sex with me?
I'm a sapiosexual.
Whoa. Did you hear that?
So why are you not trying to have sex?
No, did you hear what he said?
At the same time, mentally, right?
You're not there.
I don't want to feel like, okay, anytime you're doing something because you want something.
Okay, so why can't you initiate it?
Why do I have to do something?
There are days where I don't necessarily do anything.
Why can't you just come to me and, you know, try it?
All right, look at this.
Hang on,
Right?
no, I've got an idea. Okay,
What's wrong with
this
you?
is something that we do regularly in therapy. Just for a moment, take a minute, and let's go back to what made you fall for each other in the beginning. Okay, bear with me. I would like you to turn and face each other. Don't say anything, and just look into each other's eyes for approximately, it's going to feel like forever, but in that time, you will find something within yourself that was there at the beginning. Just believe me, this does work. So just please, just turn and face each other and look into each other's eyes.
Here we go now. Here we go.
It's not supposed to be a penance, by the way. Sorry, I'm just...
Here we go. Who's looking?
So what do? We just look at each other.
Look at each other.
And then what happens after that? That's it?
Just
Okay.
Whoa! Someone is laughing.
For face value, I understand, you know.
Oh man.
Monkey guy.
I lift heavy metal. I get it. But, you know, coming home And technically, every time we have sex, having to carry my girlfriend, it can be a bit exhausting.
You don't have to carry me every single time we have sex. And even if you did, like, what's the issue? You used to carry me before. So are you lazy now, or?
Wait a minute, what do you mean carry me, carry me? What's this carry me in the process? What's that? Carry me. You don't have to carry me.
In what way? I've gained weight.
Oh, watch out for this. Watch out for this. Gonna get a bit heated again here.
Do you know if you gained weight?
All my clothes still fit, so I wouldn't think I've gained weight.
Would you know?
I guess, yeah. I haven't gained weight. Have I gained weight? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm not trying to say you gained weight.
Never say to a woman she's gaining weight.
So,
Random question. Just out of curiosity. In the last 6 months, have you weighed yourself? I'm just asking.
What?
Okay. Have you ever calculated your calorie intake? Yes or no?
What are you trying to
yes
say?
Or no?
I don't calculate my
You don't
calorie
calculate it.
intake.
So, okay. If you didn't calculate it in the last 6 months, the last 3 months,
Yeah, but I still eat the same.
you still eat the same? Okay, cool. Do you calculate what you're eating?
Paul, what exactly?
No.
You're saying something.
You brought it up. Let's have the conversation. I didn't bring it up. We're in therapy, and it's a safe place. Let's have the conversation. Now, if we really want to break it down a bit.
What are you saying?
No,
I'm fat.
I'm not saying you're fat. But you just said I didn't say you're fat. You're the one that said the word fat. Did I say fat? I didn't say fat. What I'm saying is...
Why are you getting so defensive?
I'm not getting defensive. She's trying to put words into my mouth. Do you understand? I never said she is fat. She is the one that brought it up. And, you know, when you kind of...
So you're insinuating it. You're not saying it directly, but you're indirectly saying it. And you're trying to get her to see it. Oh, come on, man. Come on.
look at it. She's technically, psychologically taking accountability for her own mistakes in terms of, like, maybe her diet.
You're the one making her do that.
This is an issue she has for herself.
You're the psychological impact right now. You're the one making that
We had
impact.
discussions where she has mentioned that she wants
to lose weight, right? And I said, great, I support you with that, right? However, when it comes to me trying to kind of keep her in check in order to motivate her to achieve her goals, it becomes a problem. She says I'm calling her fat. I didn't call you fat. I'm saying that you haven't been tracking your intake. Therefore, technically speaking...
Okay, therefore, look at that, therefore...
You've got you said fat and you said gain weight. Let's stick to that topic.
Yeah, because...
Is that why you don't want to have sex?
No, it's not that. But I just want you to kind of be considerate sexually, right? At the end of the day, if you're not the person doing the lifting, then you're not the person that's going to kind of look into or calculate the weight.
So in other words, I'm fat.
I didn't say you're fat.
Babe, just say what it is.
No, I didn't say you're fat. You're the one that said you're fat. I didn't say you're fat.
So I'm fat.
I didn't say you're fat. You said you're fat. Don't put words in my mouth.
Paul,
Listen, Paul, psychological suggestion. Those are psychological suggestion. You already know what it is. Oh, come on, Paul. Come on. You're better than that.
First of all. And secondly, would this be a reason for you not to be
with... Okay, cool. Do you know what? Do you know what, yeah? I'll be honest with you. Yeah, hand on my heart. Yeah, I swear. I will be with you through thick and thin. I promise. I was chubby before. And she loved me the same way. She used to, when I used to have my transformation
So I'm
pictures,
chubby.
she would show my
Babe, so I'm chubby.
I didn't say you're chubby. I'm speaking for myself. I said I
So
was
what does
chubby.
that even mean?
But
Why are you
this is
comparing
insecurity.
that situation?
No woman wants to hear that she's put on weight, especially by her partner, somebody she finds physically attractive. The fact that he's not even being direct about it is what's pissing me off, because you feel a type of way and you're going around bends around the bush. Yeah, I think he's being very insensitive right now, very disrespectful. And I don't really know why I'm here.
You're getting offensive, and I know when you do that. That means you're trying to say something, but you're not saying it with your chest. That's why you don't want to have sex.
This is
you're
a
no longer
space where
attracted
you
to me.
can say however you feel, but please don't attack each other. Just...
Did I attack her? Okay, did I attack her?
I'm not physically, no, but verbally, it's coming over.
How? She said
This
she
is
said
now
she is
embarrassing.
fat. I don't want to say she's fat. She
I don't
said
wanna
she's
do
fat. So how is that me attacking her verbally? I'm saying what she just said.
I'm tired. How long?
We've
Because you've just called me fat.
I didn't
And
call
there's-
you fat.
And there's cameras around, first of all. And now this is the first time I'm hearing it. So this is obviously the reason why we don't have sex, because you don't find me attractive anymore.
That's not true.
And you're saying it for the first time in front of cameras.
That's not true.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm keeping note. Thank you. I'm done. I don't want to do this no more.
Okay. I can appreciate that it's been a difficult session, but if you wouldn't mind, I'm just going to send you away with some homework.
Yeah, that's fine. Can we just do that quickly? Thank you.
So what I'd like you to do is write down 5 things, both of you, 5 things that you appreciate in each other and 5 things that you have done for each other. So it doesn't have to be on one day, obviously. Over the last few weeks, can you think of 5 things with both of those subject matters?
Okay.
Chioma, please, just calm down.
I'm calm. I'm okay.
Okay. You know, things do get very heated in sessions, and, you know, sometimes things are said that are taken in the wrong way, but...
Denise, can we leave?
I can see that there's real value in you as a couple.
Denise,
I can't believe you said that on
you're
camera.
making it worse, Denise. Can we leave now?
Yeah, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Babes.
Fucking
Babe.
talk to me. I can't believe you said that on fucking camera.
Babe, come on. You know I understand that Chioma's quite upset at this moment with the way things have kind of played out in terms of the whole weight gain and stuff. Sometimes I try to motivate her, and the push might be a tiny bit too much for her. So I'll be accountable, and I'll say, look, I can take my foot off the pedal and just kind of sit back with this and, kind of let things play out easily, I guess.
I've always thought, anyway, that Paul's had an issue with my weight, just by the way he behaves and constantly telling me to do certain things, but to actually hear it is very painful. I don't want to hear that he doesn't find me attractive, especially when I find him very attractive. I don't even, this is too much.
All right, guys, you get it? So, here we are again. So this is just to let you guys know that this episode is really heated. Like I said, there's so many information here, so many secrets being unveiled, so many hidden differences and value system that have never been discovered or discussed between them, that have just been put on the show. I mean, think about it. So here's my take on this in real sense, all right? Because you see, first of all, a man who actually live as a bachelor should always learn to cook. Whether you're married or not, you just have to learn to cook. Take care of yourself. Do things. Do the house call. You can't just change because of that. You have a woman that you want to get married to, so she should become what? I mean, that is, you're in the same house. You should eat. You should cook. You should wash the dishes. I mean, you use the plate. You wash the dishes. If you're hungry, you can cook. All right. I think there's nothing wrong with that. And another thing is, never call a woman fat, especially your woman. Never call a woman, your woman, fat, because that can ruin the whole thing. You already see that coming, yeah? So that can ruin the whole thing. And someone like Paul, psychological suggestion, he's good at it. So you can tell where he's coming from. And again, the last part of it, which was the most heated part of this section, is the intimacy aspect, which I've always talked about on my channel. The intimacy in relationship is so important. You guys, you need to understand, if you're in a relationship, if you're in a marriage, especially you're married, your intimacy pack is going to be top notch. So important. Well, this is it. This is episode 4, and I'm going to be coming your way in with the last episode, which is episode 5. You don't want to miss that. Watch out what happened, because they left now and she was angry, and that was the section, the end of that section. They came back again for another section, but you watch out for that section. It will interest you what you find out. Peace. Now subscribe to the channel, hit the like button if you haven't done so. I'll see you again. Bye for now.